All right, Biram, you can start speaking.
Yes, here I would like to talk about my the conversation that I had with my friends. I think it was last week, not last week, last to last week we had one call. Means like not with one person, it was a conference call having around 10 people on other side and here on me. And those friends was they were studying along with me when I'm studying in my UG. So my UG friends they were after 1.5 year, that was our first call, and it was about the memories that we had when we were studying our undergraduate. They were started from the first year, when we met first. We all together we were sitting, and how the admission procedure. From there it started. Like it was only the boys who were there. My close friend both it's not about the close friends we put a conference call and only 10 people joined, I think. It was wonderful after being after 1.5 year meeting everybody and seeing their faces got changed, and they were talking about what they are doing now and what they did, what all things that. And some people, somebody was some of them were saying I have done these things that time, means some of the bullshit things that what they have done that time, they nobody have known, and they hide it out from others, and they were just popping it out at that time. It was very wonderful to see everybody was even it is after 1.5 year we are meeting, it's just that we are meeting just the day after the degree. We are not having that gap in between. Okay, we are meeting around after 1.5 hours, 1.5 years. So that gap was not there. That felt me very happy, and it was so pleasant after, even after I think I was not in a good mood when I attend the call. But when I after the call, at that time I was thinking whether to attend the call or not. But after getting into the call and getting into that conversation, I was so happy that to see everybody is after a point of time around that, I
Okay,
think
thank
around
you.
10 minutes.
Time's up.
Okay,
Okay, so that was a good answer. Okay, so you kind of overuse like, so it's better that you avoid it a bit. Okay, Biram. Otherwise, your answer was good. All right.
okay.
Okay, guys. So who is next? And hello, Sean.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm so happy to be here. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just seeing the time and I just wait.
Okay,
And now
that's
I'm
a.
here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hi guys, this is Sean. I actually met him yesterday, and he's really dedicated into learning English, and he has been preparing for about 15 days or so, right, Sean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so this is part two of the IELTS speaking test. I hope you are aware about that. So if you feel like you are ready to answer, you can go ahead. Okay. Anyone who is ready can unmute and answer. All right.
Harshit, I am ready.
Okay, നല്ല എനർജിയിൽ പറഞ്ഞു. Okay.
Actually, I do not have that much energy because I am suffering from cold and fever and headache in the last 2-3 days. Yeah, but I will try my best.
All right, come on.
Okay. Nowadays, I do not use telephone for calling purpose because I am not very interested in that. If I have to convey something to people, I mostly use WhatsApp or Facebook, other messaging applications. But before 2 months, today I would like to talk about one conversation. It happened 2 months back. Actually, it was my friend. Her name is Sajda. We studied together when in the plus one, plus two time. She is my best friend. I have actually she's not only a best friend. She's like my family. She used to come my house, and we are her mother is like my mother, and it's like brother sister relationship. So it's been two months back. I got a call from an unknown number. When I took the call, the other side, I instantly know it was her because I know her sound, everything, her slang. So I was really shocked because I had no. I do not have her number or no information about her in the last 12 years. I used to connect her in many ways through social media. I tried to contact with my friends, but nobody have any information regarding her because she is very an Orthodox girl. Her entire family is very Orthodox, so she is forbidden to use social media like Facebook and Instagram. So actually, in the two few months back, we had a get together. We have a plus one plus two get together in my school. She was not there. I tried to contact her in many times but couldn't reach her. I don't know from where she get my number. She called me and we had talk around 1.5 or 2 hours. It was
Thank
just like
you. Huh? It's not get. I don't know from where she got my number. Adalla.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So otherwise your answer was good. Good energy, even though you're under the weather. Okay. So I'll give you the next cue card. Okay. So you can prepare for that. Cool. Okay. Let's go with this one. Okay. So others, you can prepare for the next one, which I'll be sharing to the channel. Okay. And those who didn't speak yet, go with this cue card. Okay. If you're ready, let me know. Don't take a lot of time because for the real test, you won't be getting a lot of time. You will only get 1 minute time for it. Okay. Google, Aravind, Sean, who's ready?
I think it's my turn now.
Okay, go ahead. You can start speaking.
Okay. When you heard this conversation, who you talk to? Uh, I don't know that. What should I say? But I think I came here to learn speaking English, and yeah, I meet new friends here, and I meet you.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm happy.
Hmm. Okay, so are you able to see your screen, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, so in IELTS we got three parts. Okay, one, two, and three. IELTS speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part two of the IELTS speaking test. That is a cue card. A cue card looks like this. Okay, so you are
Yeah.
supposed to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. That is basically 2 minutes. Okay. You gotta speak for 2 minutes. All right. And they will be giving you 1 minute time for preparation. Okay. You can make notes if you want. You can structure your speech as you want. Okay. So you can make some pointers, some notes. All right. And after that, you are supposed to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. I hope it is clear now. Hmm?
Yeah, but I think I have to listen first. But you guys go first, and I'll do it later.
All right. Amazing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Who is ready now? Aravind, ready or now? Google. It's just a simple conversation. Okay. It can be with your friend, it can be with your colleague or anyone.
Uh, can I talk, Harshit?
Yeah.
1 second. And let's take the cue card.
Uh,
Actually, I like to help people by lending money or something which I have, but sometimes we have to face bad incidents from people. So today I would like to talk about an incident I had with my colleague. That is 2 years back. Uh, we are working in the same company. She used to lend money from me, and sometimes she forget to giving back the money. So that time I feel quite hesitate to ask her. So one day she told me, I actually I have a hair straightener brush of Philips. It's little costly, around 4,000 rupees. So one day she asked me about that brush. So I was not, it was very precious brush for me. I use it in occasionally. She asked me for a wedding purpose. So I was really hesitated to give her because I don't know how she will use that. And so I was quite hesitant. I told her that I do not have with me. It will be getting after 2 3 days. So one day she came to my house and she said, "Do you have that?" and all. Came by auto. She spent some money for that, so I couldn't say no. So I gave my straightener to her. But after a few weeks, it's been a month, she is not returning the product. So I asked her, I have some emergency, please return it, give me back. But she said she's fever, she couldn't return. And after a few days, I tried to call her. She's not responding my calls. I feel really irritated because I already had some bad incidents with her, and I am not interested to give the property to her. But anyway, she came to my house, and that's the reason I gave it. So finally, I had no other option. I went her home and I said I have an emergency of this, and so she finally give it back. So there are good peoples and bad peoples. We have to help
It's
them based on.
okay. It's people, not peoples.
Okay,
Okay. Then in between the were grammar issues. Okay, it's not feel I felt hoga. Alright.
okay,
Yeah. And calm down a bit and speak. That will help you a lot. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, amazing. Okay, now who is ready to speak? Sean, do you feel like you are ready? If you are ready, you can speak.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Okay, take your time.
I just wanted to listen first.
All right.
I feel so uncomfortable, but yeah, I will try.
Okay. So if you're not having ideas, I'll give you some ideas. Okay. So the talk should be interesting. Okay. And like Shahana said, like I don't feel like hers was that much interesting, right? It was more like a struggle getting the thing back. With okay, you talked about the other cue card, right? So your answer is fine. So guys, you talk with a foreigner. Okay. Otherwise, even a telecaller, some people mess with telecallers, right? Otherwise, your teacher, maybe your girlfriend or someone. Okay, if you got that. So you can talk about any conversation that you had. Otherwise, let's say you are preparing for IELTS, you are looking for, you know, some coaching center. So let's say you contacted some and you got a lot of insight about how the test is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can make it sound that it was really interesting. Okay, so for example, let's say that you are preparing for IELTS. Okay, so what are you preparing for? Hmm? What are you preparing for? Tell me. For what are you preparing for? I think you are preparing for nothing. Shahana, what are you preparing for?
Me?
Hey, everyone, what are you preparing for?
Yeah, it's because of I have a
Migration purpose.
dream.
Yeah, you are
I have
not
a dream to
preparing for migration purpose. You are preparing for the IELTS test, right?
yeah.
Right. So let's say you are not able to do it on your own. Okay. So you will look for some classes and you found this guy. That is me. Okay. So you won't right in and give him money to join the class. No one would actually. Okay. Some people do. Some people do. Okay. So you will first get my phone number. Right.
Yes.
Otherwise, somehow you will contact me, maybe through Telegram, maybe through mail. Okay. So let's say you are contacting me on my number. Okay. This is my number 956266737. Okay. So you texted me on WhatsApp. Otherwise, we had a call. Okay. So since this cue card is concerned, we are gonna make it a call. So you will call the institute. Okay. Otherwise, your trainer, that is me. You'll call, right? And let's say I told you what is IELTS and you felt like kind of, let's say, fascinated. And even I gave you more detail about study block. So let's assume that it was interesting for you. You can talk about that phone call if you don't have any other idea. Okay. Otherwise, you can talk about a call with your friend or anyone. Okay. I hope it is clear now. Aravind and Google, why are you so silent?
I'm preparing, sir.
What?
Preparing.
Utrinara, you have been preparing for 5-10 minutes, right? They won't give you this much time. Huh? What about Aravind? You tried this today when we were in class, right? Hello. You're not audible. Yeah, ready? Or no?
Here, I would like to talk about uh, my conversation with my brother or cousin. His name is Advait. I called him last 2 weeks ago. It was wonderful day he called me. He's quite talkative and he's also a chartered box. I love him for calling. He called me every time when he had a stress or something in his job. Uh, and he also called me once a week, every month. And we had a great conversation between us.
Mhm.
He talks about 1 and 2 hours a day, and we shared a lot of things, like such as firstly about his job, and sometimes he had a worse job in his career. Sometimes he will be happy to talk to me. And secondly, sometimes he had some discomfort in his job and stress in his job. He will talk to me and share his views about that stress in his life. And I also share his my own stress to him.
Mhm.
Sometimes when he is calling in here, we had a conversation. He is very angry with everyone, with me also. I was so afraid to call him, but
Mm-hmm.
thank you,
Okay, Ramesh,
thank
it
you.
was a good try, but you are not confident with your answer. Okay, just like I told you yesterday, also believe that you are saying the right thing. Okay, so once you're
Okay,
comfortable and
okay,
confident with whatever you are saying, you won't be having any issue, right? Yes
yeah,
or no?
okay,
Yeah, I'll give
yes,
you a simple answer. I'm not preparing. I'm just gonna answer it out of thin air. Okay, so let's see how it goes. All right.
okay,
I get a lot of calls on a regular basis, and I love talking with people online and offline, maybe through Google Meet or just through one regular phone call. And right now, I'll tell you about one really interesting conversation that I had with one person. Actually, his name is Bivin. I met him about 3 years ago, and so far we are really connected. And we usually discuss about business, entrepreneurship, and anything that will actually give us some benefit and money. So this happened a couple of weeks ago. To be more specific, if I can recall properly, I guess it was on maybe 2nd April this year. So that was the time when he rang me and he had a new idea about a startup. So basically, it is not so easy to start a startup. We both know that. So he had some idea. His idea was basically to start a luxury service for lazy people. Even though people got money with them, even though they spend it lavishly, they are too lazy to do certain tasks. So he didn't give me much clarity at first, but he unwrapped the details of the business plan over time after 2, 3 days, but not during that call. That is one thing that made the call so interesting. I really wanted to know what's coming next, but he was playing up me and it was kind of fun. We had a lot of jokes in between. I was kind of teasing him that the business idea won't work, but he proved me wrong and told me that it would actually work. So it was a really fascinating talk that we had, and the call lasted for around 2.5 hours. Even in between, I was getting a lot of calls, especially from the company that I'm working in, and even from some leads as well as some of my friends. I texted them on WhatsApp that I'm kind of occupied with something really serious and important. So they were okay enough to understand me. Some even got offended because I didn't pick the call, even though they kept me calling repetitively. So this is one interesting conversation that I had with my friend Bibi. We can speak like this also. Yeah. Now it's on you to judge how my speech was. Yeah. Otherwise, you can give a different idea. Let me think. Okay. So one thing is that like some boys, even girls, like to talk about love, this and that. Okay. So you can talk about that. So I'm gonna give you another sample answer without preparing. Okay. I love talking, especially about relationships, love, and girls. I love it. And right now, I'll tell you about a phone conversation that I had with my gym buddy, actually, who lives a couple of kilometers away from my place. We hit the gym on a regular basis early morning, and we both are kind of jacked right now. He started earlier than me, and he has been training for more than 4 years. I just got started with only about 1 year of experience, and usually the jokes and everything that we talk about will have a girl or two in it. Otherwise, we'll be talking about relationships. So usually we joke around and mess with each other by talking about one another's ex-girlfriends and this and that. However, 2 weeks back, after we finished our workout, he told me something about the married life. Actually, my friend is much older than me. He even got two babies. So he got life experience. So he was giving me a lot of advices. At the same time, he told me about how hard and much how much fun marriage life can be. He even kind of persuaded me to getting married, but I made sure that I won't ever get married anytime soon. What he told me was that it's better to get married when you're young because you're more healthy and you're capable to provide for the family. However, after a while, you won't be physically healthy. Even if you don't have a job, it can be a little bit arduous. However, I proved him wrong somehow by stating that now this is the time to focus on my professional development, career, and even just myself as a person. So that was a really interesting conversation I had. It was a really deep talk. So we profoundly talked about relationships and the dynamics inside a relationship. He even told me about his baby and how his life actually changed after he got a baby, that he didn't get much time that time. He was even sleep deprived just because of marriage and the childbirth. So that is the interesting conversation. Overall, it was really fun to talk with him, and we kept on talking about it after 3 days because I had a lot of doubts since I was curious. Blah blah blah. I can say so, right? I know my answer isn't perfect. In between, I had little struggle, but you can answer like this also. Any story will sell. Okay, cool. Now who is ready? Seems like this is a difficult one. So let's go with this one. Describe a time when you had to lend something to a person you know. Who's ready for this? Come on. Otherwise, I'm gonna answer. If you want my answer, let me know, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. So let me think. Hmm. Okay. I like helping people, but I never had this habit or this mentality of helping others during my childhood because I had a fear that they would just destroy my things. Over time, I realized that helping others will give us more and make us a better individual, actually. So, I would like to tell you about one time I had to lend my hoodie to my friend. So, I sometimes go for solo trips and I tell my friends to pick me up and even drop me to the railway station. I don't like to take my bike and just park it over there because I don't trust the parking services that are provided. So 1 month ago or so, one month, so I called my friend to drop me at the railway station early morning at about 4:30 a.m. and he was willing to do that. That time everything was fine. He was pumped up, and because of that, he didn't feel any cold. However, as soon as I returned, I called him, and that time he started feeling the cold. While we were coming back, it was fine, but he was getting the chills because we were on a bike. He didn't have any cloth with cold protection. So as soon as I reached my home, he asked for my hoodie, which was made of wool and had something really interesting in it. I don't actually remember what it is called, and it actually has got a really good place in my heart because it was the first hoodie that I got, and I have worn this hoodie for a lot of travel while traveling to many places. So at first, I was a bit hesitant whether to give it to him or not. Then I thought that he sacrificed a lot just to drop me and pick me up, and it was really late night, around 2 a.m. in the morning. So I thought that it would be okay to give it to him. So I just gave it to him, and I walked home without any uh, clothes on. Actually, I mean on the upper body. So that was one thing that I shared with my friend, and he returned it the day after. So he just returned it to the gym because he was kind of occupied with some work in his store. The story will also be work. And in between, oh yes, I had little struggle, like with the idea, like some confusion. It's because I didn't prepare any note. Okay, so if you prepare notes, it will be more easier. Okay, so that is one sample. Now who is ready for this kit? Come on. Only got 10 minutes more. I got another class. Arvind.
Can I try? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe that sharing things with others is a good habit. In everyday life, many people borrow and lend items to each other. I remember the weather was sweltering during those days. I studied at library near my house and found an excellent environment to check in there. One day I forgot to bring my physics book. While looking at the library, could not find it. After that, I was worried and started panicking as my physics exam was 2 days after that, and I badly needed the book to prepare. I called my best friend, who was a year older than me and had given the same exam last year. Fortunately, he still had the same book and said I could borrow the book from him. I straight away rushed to his place and signed with relief. He gave me the book. He also said he could help me preparing for the exam. It, it was a nice gesture from him. So I studied hard for the next 2 days and felt confident about the exam despite losing some good preparation time. Fortunately, my exam went well, and I returned the book to him the next day with a note of thanks. After few months, my result came. I was amazed that I scored the highest mark in physics. I felt so elated and grateful to my friend. I thought I bought some sweets for him and expressed my gratitude to him. So this was
Okay.
the time when I borrowed a book from my
See, the question you
friend.
had to learn something പറഞ്ഞാൽ കൊടുക്കുക എന്നാണ്. Okay. ഇവിടെ നോക്കി ഈ പാട്ട്. Why he or she asked to borrow the item. So they borrowed it, not you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Writing we call it task response. In speaking we don't actually have that. But basically you are talking about something else, right? You didn't understand the question. So listen. Not listen, actually read
Okay.
properly. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise it was good vocabulary. Well done. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now who is ready? Sean, are you ready? Come on, don't be shy. It's fine. Come on. You wanna crack IELTS, right? Come on, give it a try.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
I'm sorry for that because I have two roommates and they are talking so loudly, and that's why I'm on my balcony.
Okay, no worries. Now it seems that there is no issue. So try speaking. Okay, try answering.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, it was like I remember reading my friend my favorite book last summer. It happened when she mentioned waiting to read it, and I offered to lead her my copy, and she asked to borrow it because she was curious about the storyline, and I feel happy to share something, and I enjoyed with her, but also a bit anxious because it's a book I cherish. And however, I trusted her to take care of it, so I felt mostly glad to be able to introduce her to something I love. I
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, that's it.
Okay, you spoke for 55 seconds. Okay, Sean, it is a good try. It is fine, it is fine. Okay, it is a good try. So next time try to speak more. Okay.
Okay,
Alright. Try to speak more. So you're talking about a book, right? So your story can be like this. I'm just randomly speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I like helping others and sharing my things with others, especially with my friends. And at times I'm a bit hesitant to share my things with strangers or even acquaintances, but with friends it is absolutely fine. Right now, I'd like to tell you about a book that I lent to my friend whose name is Aravind. So it was about a month ago when I finished reading the book Rich Dad and Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It is about more like a self-help book. Also, it talks about financial literacy, and it's a really interesting book that I believe everyone on this planet who is interested and willing to grow financially should read. So I finished this book, and usually I talk about the books that I read with my friends. And when we were talking on call, Arvind heard me talking about this book, and he was interested to read this book. He was saying that he would purchase one ebook rather than one normal hard copy because he didn't have the money for that book that time, and he wasn't willing to purchase it. So I thought of giving it to him, but I wasn't sure that time. I was a bit perplexed, but then he actually asked me whether I I would be able to borrow it to him, and I was happy enough to say yes, and I gave it to him. And surprisingly, he finished the book in about 10-15 days. So that was really amazing. I never imagined that a person would do read a book this quickly. Even I took around 1 to 2 months to read this book. And he also started talking about some concepts discussed in that book, and he also liked the texture of the book, the number of pages, and how it is written. So I felt really amazing. I felt overjoyed when I shared the book, and even I felt good about myself as an individual because I was willing to help a person who didn't have a book that he really wanted to just go through. So this is one time that I learned something to my friend. Yeah, you can speak like this, okay?
Okay, I remember it.
Yeah.
I'll try to like hardly.
Yeah, you can just simply listen and you don't need to exactly speak like me. You are a different individual, right? So develop your own style, okay? And
Yeah,
guys, let me
come on.
know my answer is okay, I'm simply speaking without any preparation. Now who is ready? Big Youth, I got 2 more minutes. Okay, and if you're enjoying the session, consider sharing the link of the channel with others. Okay, and don't forget to follow me on YouTube. Okay, so if you search Socialize on Google or YouTube, you will find me. Okay, you will find all the recordings over there. Alright. And if you know anyone or otherwise you are looking for IELTS classes, PT classes, and even job interview training, you can contact me. Okay. I will share my number here. 94397. Okay, so this is my number. You can ring me, otherwise you can text me on WhatsApp. Alright. So seems like you guys are done with the answers. So let's wind up. See you tomorrow, guys. Okay. Tata, take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.